That's why the album is called Atomic Swap, because we swap ideas and we swap feelings for the music. And finally the result is an album.
We're about a week away from the official release of the new album, Atomic Swap.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling very fine, very good, because we try to make one CD every year. It takes a lot of time and energy to make it happen. And every time when the time comes near, when the CD release is happening, it's always wow, that's it. All the work we did for it, all the energy, all the fights over and over with each other, and then the moment is there. Well, it's we're looking forward to it. Absolutely. Yeah.
How long have you been working on the album?
Couple of years. We start writing and recording the first track. It was a couple of years ago, and then it develops more and more.
Well, some songs are little bits of remaining songs from the past. So we said, hey, that's a nice piece. We worked on then, but we never used it for a song. So well, why don't we take this part of that old song in this new part, and let's see how it works. How is it? Well, and it turns out good often. So
okay.
That is one of the manners of making songs. I think. I think a lot of bands do that. Well, they have lots of themes high on the shelf in the cupboard somewhere. Oh, that's good. We never use it. Well, now then, yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of songs, for instance, Martin started with something he has written, and he sent it to me and Ruud, and then we kept working on it, and then it developed to a song, and the same, I can have an idea, or Ruud has an idea.
Yeah, so and then it turns out to a song with the chorus, refrains, etc., and then I have to make some lyrics on it. Well, and that's always it's a heavy job, because I take 2 bottles of red wine, so in front of me. I say, well, these 2 guys are finished tonight. I got some paper, I got a pencil, no PC, no computer, just a pencil, and I'm going to write. So I think, well, hey, this they made the music, instrumental. I take it to me, and I write the lyrics. And I said, well, this is, and so is one older song of us. It's developed in that way. So Julian made music then in the 90s, and I said, well, this is a song for something like a seance. And then we make it a little bit spooky, a little bit everything this and this, sorts of layers in such a number, and then it's a song. My writing, not every singer.
So you finally get the album, you get the CD, you hold it in your hand, and then it's something that's real.
Yeah.
It's all the times are ideas and working together with all the musicians, and finally you have something. This is the finished product, and now it's ready.
Yeah.
So now we can leave it.
So it's all ideas from everyone. You don't have like, we're gonna do like a writing session or something.
No, that's not.
It's more organic,
spontaneous.
Yeah, and the most instrumental comes from Julian and Martin, and I'm the one who makes the lyrics, and so that's a sort of triangle who made the music make it happen.
Yeah. And when Martin starts recording the real tracks for the song, then he involves all the other musicians in the band, and they all give their vision and give their talents on their instrument or on the singing. Yeah. And then the whole, the 100% song is getting created. So we give a certain basis, on which the final song is made. That's why the album is called Atomic Swap, because we swap ideas and we swap feelings for the music, and finally the result is an album.
Yeah. So it's a real group effort then.
In the end, well,
Yeah, and then you get together to rehearse for the
that's why
for
you
the
have to
album
play.
presentation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Marion van der Kast. Ja, die ken ik.
Oh ja, tuurlijk, ja.
Ja, oké.
If you have to play it live, you have to rehearse it.
How was it to get together and play the songs?
Yes, it's very
Strange.
strange, unusual, and because there's always one who writes the music and one who writes the lyrics, and now you're doing a sort of teamwork, and then but you get a sort of how do you call it? A chemical effect you get, and that's because the bassist or the guitar player or whatever. But hey, perhaps it's good on this part to put it on here. Yeah, let's hear it, and everybody takes a part of it. And it develops to.
You try to sound the song like it's on the album, but you can never exactly copy it.
No.
Because some things we don't want to work with tapes or computers or anything. We really want to play it.
Yeah.
So you cannot play all the parts of the album, but we try to make a sound that is most honest to the original song. So.
Yeah.
And it's nice and have fun to work together. It's different from sitting in your own place making music, and it's more fun together with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So with the rehearsals, you are all in the same room playing the same song. But how does that work for the recording of the album?
Each by himself. Yeah.
Each one records their own parts?
Well, some, like the vocals, are done by Martin. So Martin has a home studio where Kobe and Laura record their vocals, and Ruud records his vocals. But I record my keyboards at home, Arjen records at his home. David records the bass at home. And Rob records here in this place. He records his drums together with Martin. So it's rather separated.
Yeah, and then everything comes together. So everything, and that's Martin's job to make a mix of everybody who played their part, and then we make a mix of it. Well, and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting process, but then I can imagine that it's strange that it feels a bit different when you're all together in the room.
Yeah, and every band does that in their own way, I think. Their own choices make from I do everything together or parts apart, but we like it this way.
Yeah, we like, and it's also because we don't live so close to each other, so it's more convenient not to write all distances, but just record it in your own place.
Yeah.
If you have the right equipment. Nowadays it's affordable to record.
No.
30 years ago it was much too expensive to buy all this gear, but now it's easier.
The circle may be perfect tonight. The silence is fading.
Atomic Swap is it's the second full-length album.
Yeah.
Since you got Back?
Yeah.
What brought you back?
Martin did.
Well,
Okay, interesting.
No, I think it was after our city buildings. That was 2006 or 8.
2008.
Yeah. Julian decided to move the other side of the country. Well, and then it was making music, and Bert, the bass player, then said, "Well, it's not just my kind of music. What we're doing now." So he had second thoughts, and bass or the guitar player was a good friend of the bass player. So they decided to quit, to walk away, and well, Julian not around anymore. And I was still around. the only one. I'm Timelock then. So we quit Timelock, and that was a hard decision, also from Julian. Well, I'm moving, but there was a reason for, and quit, and then why? Then there was a long silence from 13 years.
Something like that. Yeah.
From buildings, making buildings too.
But at first was Peter Lindenberg from Via Music.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be managing Last Dito, making our first CD with the Last Dito.
Yeah.
And he wanted to remaster and make a new CD, double CD from the old Last Dito song.
Yeah.
So he got in touch with us. So the two of us were already talking with Peter Lindenberg, and at the same time, pure coincidence, Martin Hendricks came and asked the two of us to make some music with him. And then we started writing with the three of us.
Yeah, to join each other
and
again.
it was Peter Lindenberg who said,
Yeah.
well, if the three of you are working together, why don't you call it Timelock? Because in essence, it's the heart of Timelock.
Yeah.
And so that's why we started again, and then we started to
there were
everybody in.
Yeah, exactly. There were still fans of Timelock from the 90s and the 2000. And they asked often by Peter from why did it split up? Why can't it be together again? And well, then it goes rolling and rolling and rolling like a snowball, and then everything fit like a puzzle. And we joined together the hands again from let's do it again. We can do this again. Well, and then we decided to make an EP.
Yeah.
3-4 songs, and then
Just to see how
let's see how people feel about it when Timelock is together again. And were good reviews from everybody, from magazines and IO pages, etc. Progwereld, and we decided, well, EP, that's nice, but why don't we make a follow-up? And then came the CD Sign In. There's lots of material we wrote, and it was chemical again, like then, from
chemistry.
Yeah.
lots of ideas and creativity for the new songs. And
maybe because for all these years we did nothing, maybe it builds up your ideas.
Yeah. Long story, but a long vacation from 13 years, but finally we found each other again, and that's good.
I think that is what counts.
Yeah, that's what counts.
And in a way, I can kind of relate to it. I think when you have a break and then you come back to it, I think it's all fresh again. And it gives new energy.
Yeah.
And that's what you definitely hear.
Yeah.
Now, the one of the first things I noticed was with Stay Awake EP and with Sign In, that the lineup had pretty much doubled over what it was before.
Yes.
I was like, okay. Well, in a way, it was a little bit easy because something else I found later on, that initially you didn't have a drummer.
Yeah.
So now you have a drummer, but and you have a bass player. But what struck me the most was a second keyboard player. Because I figured, when you're a keyboard player, I mean, you see all these prog artists with all these rigs. It's like, can't you do that by yourself? But apparently not.
Well, it's different because it was the idea of Martin to make the production of the songs more orchestral. And we asked Arjen, because he's very good in writing orchestral parts. So I'm more a traditional keyboard player, organ, synthesizers, playing solos and those stuff. But orchestration is a different technique, different job.
Okay.
So, and Arjen is really good at, especially when we record these songs and we need some orchestrations like violins and that sort of thing. He's really very good.
Yeah.
And then it would be rather strange not to have him on stage with us. So then we could also, if we play live, we can divide certain parts of the keyboards.
Yes, and then you hear two ladies singing with us.
Yeah,
It's-
that was the other thing. Because
Well,
at first it was just you.
Yeah,
and now-
they're very experienced ladies with singing. They sing such a long time. We in the past we sang in other bands with them, and they had good voices, clear good voices, and well, they fit in the music of Timelock. We thought,
Yeah.
and it worked out.
Yeah,
and that's
Because a lot of sympho bands like Pink Floyd have always
yeah.
female choirs, and it's not bad in the music. So
Yeah.
we see it as an addition.
Well, that is, now you mentioned it, Pink Floyd, but also Roger Waters' solo
Yeah.
also uses backup singers,
Yeah.
and that works really well. And I do remember Marillion has a DVD out, Live at Lorelei, with Fish.
Yeah.
And they also have a backup singer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that really works. So
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, so that's why for me, it was like a pleasant surprise because when it comes to vocals, I really love these harmonies. I really love these multi-layered vocals. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it gets my body, yeah. Song.
Yeah.
They're high in notes, high. They can sing very high, and
Yeah,
well,
the first two Timelock albums with Rinus on guitar, and it was just Ruud in the recordings, and sometimes Rinus did second voice.
Second voice.
But it was mainly his own voice doubling, but that's the same voice. So
Yeah.
if you have female voices, it's a much wider, broader sound.
Oh, about that voices. I mean, earlier you mentioned that you wrote a song which you would thought that Ruud would sing.
Yeah.
But then Ruud said, let Laura sing it.
Yeah.
But
That's
do you
for the-
that song? Do you compose it with Ruud's vocals in mind? Does it make a difference?
Sometimes, yes, especially this was for Atomic Swap for the new album. Ruud asked for some songs, can you write something out of this subject, and then I know it's his voice, so I write certain music. And this particular song, he said, well, could you write something, a kind of ballad like Saga does, the Canadian group Saga. They have a very beautiful ballad song, Images. So can you write something like that? So I did. And then when it was ready, he said, well, that's a nice song for Laura.
So I pass it through. So
So
Laura.
she has made a really beautiful vocals
Yeah.
on this song.
Yeah, and she made a beautiful song of it. So
It's,
the vocals are very, very nice. And,
Lost in Your Mind is called.
Lost in Your Mind. Yeah.
And
Beautiful song.
it's on the new album.
Yeah.
But I wrote it for Ruud, but
Yeah.
he didn't sing it.
Next time. Next time.
So that's a first for this album.
Yeah.
But we have a song that is sung, but not by you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very strange strange experience from it's your band. Also, we got 8 members of the band. I never thought I would play in a band with 8 members. This is ridiculous. And, but it fit. Everything fits, and it was very nice. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, it fits in the rehearsal room, so.
Hey, come further, man. Come further.
Even mijn trui.
Last year, you released your first LP. People call it vinyl nowadays, but it's an LP, of course. But that's so far. I mean, as far as I know, Atomic Swap is not on vinyl, right?
No.
So why did you bring out that on LP? Yeah.
I think it was a sort of best of Timelock, I think.
Yeah, because every original album we remastered, and for the remastering we recorded with this formation one or two of the old songs from that album again. So we recorded them as this one, and then it was the idea to take all these newly recorded songs and to make something new for it, and that became the album, the LP. So it was that idea, because there is some demand for LP, so we could see how well that would sell eventually.
Although the market for LPs is going a little slow, I think these days. It's,
yeah? Okay,
yeah.
I don't know. I thought vinyl was still...
Yeah, I don't know, it's still too expensive or...
yeah, that's
true, but for the real...
But contemporary vintage was released only as LP, not on CD,
not
so...
No. What's the choice of Peter? Peter or...
Peter Lindner,
Yeah. Okay.
From Freya Music.
Freya Music.
It was his idea to do it this way.
Okay. So this was like a sort of one-off thing then?
Probably.
I think.
Yeah.
So you're going to stick with the
It's
CD
not
now.
that it became gold in the Netherlands.
No. Well, I'm really happy that the new album is coming out.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to listening to it.
Yeah, it was a hell of a job to make the CD. It was the input of everything, everybody, and the release is on November the 7th.
7th, yeah.
Yeah, so that's it's coming Thursday, I think. Yes.
That's very quick.
Oh, we're looking forward to it. It's watch your socials.